Okay, welcome back to another video. This time it is the review or setup, really, initial impressions of the Vodafone Curve, which is a small SIM-based tracker from Vodafone, and it uses their Vodafone Smart technology. So the first thing you're going to need to do is download the Vodafone Smart app on your either iPhone or Google based phone. So that's the first thing. That requires a little bit of setup, but it's all very straightforward. Basically, you need to effectively bang in a few personal details, put in a payment details for the subscription, and go ahead. Now, the reason I bought this is, although I have a Monimoto tracker for my motorbike, I thought this might be useful to track things like my keys and my camera bag and stuff like that, because it is very small. So this is the device itself in the box, and basically the cost of this on Black Friday deal, I got this for £15 for the device, and then if you pay a 24-month contract up front, you only pay £1.50 a month, which, considering that basically means you can track it in real time wherever you want, I think is quite reasonable, because Monimoto works out at about £36 a year for the subscription, and then the device is about £150. So this has some benefits. It also has some drawbacks, and we'll get onto those a little bit later on. So here is the packaging. Basically, the device itself comes in the little piece of cardboard here. You can see for scale that is very small. It's just a bit, I would say, a bit bigger than a £2 coin in terms of size. So we'll get onto that in a minute. It comes with a silicone band round it that basically means that you could just shove this somewhere inside a car or something if you needed to. It also comes with another silicone band that looks like this with a key ring slot, and it comes with the ring itself for that, so if you wanted to put it on your keys you could do. Also comes with a charging cable. This one is a magnetic charging style of port, so it just literally connects on the back and it holds itself on nicely, so if you wanted to use that, and it's a standard USB port on the end, a standard USB plug I should say on the end, so if you wanted to charge it up on the move or anything like that as you go through. So really it's a very simple device. There is basically one button on the side, which is the on-off button, and then there's like an emergency alert button on it that can help you do that. So let's go through the process of setting it up, and I'll let you know if I run into any trouble. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm in the app, and I'm going to click on add new device, and it's going to say let's go for the Curve. As we go through, okay, it says turn your Curve on by holding down the power button on its side. Okie dokie. So I've got a green light that is sort of on off at the minute. Now let's have a look. Okay. So make sure that your Bluetooth is on, which it is. And let's see. Oh, good, it's picked it up already. Okay, so it says check that the IMEI number on the device matches the last 3 digits of the IMEI number on the box that it came in, which it does. So let's connect to the device. Again, Curve is connected, so that was really quick. And we can basically go through and we can we can basically connect it and put it on our plan. So I am going to sign up for a 24-month plan, because to be honest, for the sake of 30 quid, the monthly rolling plan is £6 a month, so it's far better to go with the £150 a month. It basically gives you 50% off for 2 years, and then it drops to £3 a month rolling after that. So if it lasts 2 years, then that'll probably do a reasonable job. So we hit subscribe, and we should have a subscription set up in a second. And that's this actual device itself has got a little SIM built into it. Okay, right, that's very good. So it's already linked. I can now link it into my Alexa, which is quite good. So let's see what happens with this one. And there we go. Right, so basically that's now linked. I don't know if you can see that. It says my Vodafone curve has now been linked to my Amazon account, so that's kind of handy. Let's go back to the app. So it says the plan was successfully added onto my account. Okay, what will I be tracking? So I'm going to go, I think, with keys initially. Although theoretically you could track you could theoretically track anything, I suppose. Okay, so we can pop in a little bit. It's giving me a little bit of a how-to now. So it tells me how I can attach the keyring accessory. So let's do that now. So basically, it says that I just use my thumb to basically pull the silicone ring off, which I have done, and then put the silicone ring on. So let's make sure we get it the right way. Okie dokie, well that was easy. So that's on, and then obviously attach the silicone band to the keyring. Now I always struggle with these because I find a bit of a pain in the backside. Not too bad. Right, okay, so there we go. So there is the curve on the keyring addition as you go through. Quick alerts, it says if I press down the button on the front of it for 3 seconds, then it'll send a notification straight to the app and I'll know that it's worked, because the app will give me a notification and the light will flash green on this as you go through. If it flashes amber on the front, that means that it is 10% left on the battery, and it'll also alert me in the app as well. And a green light means that it's connected to the Vodafone network if it flashes on a green light, so that's quite good. Real-time tracking means that you'll get a white light flashing on that to show that you're getting real-time tracking, and if it is doing an update in the background, all 3 lights will come on, so the amber light, the green light and the white light as we go through. So let's have a look. So we want to do that. Okay, so yeah, in the app now, I won't show you because obviously it will reveal my location, but it's showing me that right now the location of my device, and let's see how accurate it is. It's pretty damn good. I would say that we are within, bearing in mind that I'm inside a house, it's within about 4 feet of where I am indoors, so I think that's pretty good as it goes through. It's showing me the charge level, it's showing me where it's been, it's showing me zones that I can set up, so a different tracking mode will happen when you go to a certain zone. So for example, if you want it to track more frequently when you're out of your house, you can set the track setting by default, and then when you get home it'll switch to eco mode, so that might be useful. Now in terms of battery life, this is where it probably falls down in comparison to the Monimoto. So in eco mode or power saving mode, it'll last about 7 days, and the location then updates every 2 hours. So if you just want to monitor where something is, so maybe like your cat or something, that's probably okay. Everyday mode, the location updates every 30 minutes and the battery life lasts about 5 days. And then performance mode is where the location gets updated every 5 minutes, but you only get 3 days of battery life out of it then. And to be honest, for what I want to use it for, I actually think it's perfect in terms of tracking everyday objects and potentially things like pets and stuff. Yes, you have to charge it more often, but it's so tiny that that would fit on a dog's collar, for example, without too much bother, and it would allow you to track where your pet's gone if it ran off or something like that. So and not needing to be close to it. So Apple AirTags, great in principle, but if they're out of range of an iPad or an iPhone that's connected to a network, you're not going to know where that device has gone. And this is cheaper ultimately to buy, and marginally more expensive to run, I suppose, but you know, $150 a month for the peace of mind of knowing where something is pretty handy as you go through. So yeah, really, really good. You can do lots of other stuff with this, so you can set things like your notification alerts and tell it when you want notifying. You can also manage guest access to it. So for example, if we put this on our pet, I could share access to that location to, say, my wife's phone through the app, and then she would be able to see that as well. So that's really, really useful. Let's just try a couple of the different features. So I've turned notifications and stuff on my phone. So if I press and hold the alert button for 3 seconds, yeah, good. So quick alert has been activated. So basically I've hit the button and the light flashed green to tell me that it had been sent. I got a push notification almost instantly from the app that said my Curves quick alert had been activated, and if I tap the notification, it takes me straight to where the map is so I can see it. Now obviously the only thing it doesn't really do is it doesn't have like the top end features of, say, like the quick spots and stuff like that, the spot trackers, where you can send like SOS messages, or it's monitored via 999 call centers and stuff. But to be honest, it's not designed to do that. So I think it's really, really useful as it goes through. And I like the fact that theoretically you can have up to 20 of these devices in your Vodafone account. Now obviously they all come with their own subscriptions, but I quite like the fact that, you know, I could have one of these on my keys, one on my wife's keys, I could put one in my motorcycle, I could wire in as well and use it as I go through. Now one of the things that I wanted to check as well was the ability to leave this plugged in, so effectively connecting the charging port, so this bit here, and then being able to wire it in on a bike or anywhere like that. Now it draws such minimal amount of current over the actual usage of it that I'll be honest, if you use your vehicle fairly often, I don't think it would be a problem in terms of your actual usage time and draining your battery and stuff. If you're really worried, I suppose one thing you could do, if you knew that you used your vehicle often and you wanted to track your vehicle, is you could put it onto a switched live circuit. So put it on so it only comes on when the ignition is on. And then it would charge whilst you're driving. And obviously if you're driving the vehicle, there's a good chance that you don't need to track where it is. But yeah, I mean, swings and roundabouts. I think for the money, this is a fantastic little device. It is nice and small. I mean, this is an iPhone 12 mini, so it's quite a small phone anyway, but you can see just how small that is, even in comparison to a small phone. So that is really, really good. And I think the ability to have it on the band where it has no keychain attachment is quite handy if you wanted to stuff it somewhere, maybe in a rucksack or something, I suppose. But being able to attach it to stuff, and I certainly intend to get a few more of these because in my role that I do at work, I run the Duke of Edinburgh Award for my establishment. So these would make incredibly good trackers to track groups of walkers. So I can easily see at a glance where they are, if they've gone off route, all those sorts of things. And even if I didn't have a 2-year subscription, paying £3 a month, I'd only need 1 month's subscription a year. So, you know, for me, it's going to cost me like £16 realistically for all the groups that I need to track, and sort of 50 quid for the devices. So works really, really well, and I could share access to those devices with the other staff that help me on those events as well. So that's going to be really, really good. So that's just a brief intro. I'll take some screenshots and I'll drop them in, and I'll voice over and just explain how the app works and what it looks like a little bit more as we go through for this last part of the video. But I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments and I'll answer those as quickly as I can for you. As always, thank you very much for subscribing. Over 700 subscribers now. I know I've been away for a little while. There is a bike update coming, I promise you. I just haven't got around to filming it. It's freezing cold. And I want to actually do it when I'm out on the bike and do it vlog style, because there's a lot to tell you about what's happened. And yeah, so more to come. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. It really helps me know that you appreciate the videos. And until next time, take it easy.